What effect, if any, do you believe this election will have on the working relationship between the council/mayor and the city manager?
Thank you. I would hope very little. We have, in my opinion, one of the most skilled, distinguished city managers in the state. The city manager and the staff all have a very good and positive working relationship, as well as does the council and the mayor currently with that city manager. I would hope that whoever the voters choose to elect as their next mayor of the city, they would elect someone who has good people skills, who is nice when they need to be nice and tough when they need to be tough, who holds staff accountable yet is always kind and respectful in guarding that relationship. So though the mayor's, in essence, duties to some extent will change, the nature of the term will change from 2 to 4 years, a point of powers to some degree would change. The essence of the job in working with the city manager as the chief administrative officer, the mayor being the chief executive officer of the city, should be unchanged. And I would hope that there would be a positive working relationship between that mayor and that city manager, or regardless of who is in the council and who holds that title.
Thank you. Mr. Geary?
I think that this current change in the form of government that we have can serve to be a positive situation for our community. The reality is that the mayor becomes one person on the city council with one vote and one voice, just like every other council member that's elected to office. Their charge is simple: serve the citizens and govern effectively. And I don't believe that this current change will in any way inhibit our ability to get the job done and to make practical and practical results on the priorities of the citizens of Sioux City. The reality is that the position of mayor does not hold that kind of power, and anyone who attempts to wield that, I think, will find themselves discouraged and frustrated, as we have a city government and a form of government that is effective at governing and that is effective at letting everyone's voice be heard, but not allowing anybody to turn into a bully or to guide city policy from one position alone. So I think it can be a positive situation. I think obviously it's important who we elect to be mayor, to be the voice, and really have a heightened position on the council to serve our community. And I hope that as the voters go in November, that they will gauge these two candidates carefully and make the right decision.
Thank you. Mr. Rochester?
I am excited about this change. As a voter myself, I'm very excited to have expectations for the mayor above what it was when they was chosen by the councilmen themselves. So I believe that person, because they are a directly elected mayor, is going to have the ability to use the bully pulpit more, to be able to push a positive agenda for Sioux City and hold his peers more accountable. So I'd like to think that obviously his roles, his executive authority, his term will be a positive change too, I think, as he'll have 4 years to build relationships within Sioux City, 4 years to have a good working relationship with the city manager. I agree with Mr. Hoffman that Paul Eckert is a good city manager and he does a great job, and will make it easy to work with him. But I do think that his role is very, very important. He is the face of Sioux City. He does the chief lobbying for both national and state, as well as help set the agenda for the council meetings. It's a very important position, and I think it's great that we get to elect that leader who has that executive authority. I think it's a positive change. I think we're the only major city in Sioux City, in the state of Iowa, that hasn't been able to do it until now, and I think it's about time.
Okay. Mr. Hobart?
It's a very good question, and I don't think anybody really knows the answer at this particular time. It's a relationship that's going to develop between Mr. Eckert and the mayor, and how that relationship evolves depends upon a lot upon each individual's outlook on the other. I think there's definitely a clear mandate from the voters, as it came about in the last election, that changed the law, that the electorate wants a mayor that has more power than probably that mayor will have on the council. There's still one vote per person, and that's going to inhibit the mayor from carrying any sort of super majority or super mandate. However, I think the people are going to expect that the relationship be a little bit different than what it has been. And of course, that's going to have to develop over time. And I think the individuals involved, Mr. Eckert and the mayor, are going to have to, as adults, create that relationship, and it's going to be new, and it's going to be different than what it has been in the past.
Thank you.